Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 7 of the Herm and
Sure.
Cet Show. We're back for part 3 of NBA breakout players for the upcoming season. I'm Ethan Seton, joined by host Nate Herman,
What's up?
my man, on the road to a million
That's
subscribers,
right.
Nate. We're 990,000 away. We are getting pretty close. How you feeling, Nate? That we're so close to a million.
I'm feeling great. We're right there. We'll get our gold play button tomorrow, probably. So I'm really excited for how close we are. And, I'm excited to talk about breakout centers because the big man is back.
Breakout centers is the topic today. We have a couple exciting centers that we want to talk about. You know, I know we have millions of viewers at home that are have been anticipating this
hmm
video based on our previous two
Yeah,
videos.
ravaging
We talked about
fans,
we have lots of fans, including Keegan Murray. Shout out to Keegan
friend
Murray.
of the pod.
If you, yeah,
Yeah.
and also just a quick thing before we get started. We mentioned in our one episode the Cleveland Cavaliers if they were interested in giving us the summer league bonus money for winning that they
Yeah.
weren't interested in, or no, what was it? The
Oh,
play-in
yeah,
tournament
it's the
money.
in
The
season
play-in
tournament. Yeah,
tournament
yeah.
money in season. We're still looking for teams to reach out to us if they want to win
That's
that
right.
or if they want to donate. So just let us know.
Hmm.
Anyways, Nate,
Yeah.
talking about centers today. Do you have any centers that you want to talk about right now?
Oh, I do. I'm going to talk about a man from the Brooklyn Nets, Nic Claxton, one of the best rim
Oh,
protectors in the
yes.
league, great defensive center last season. Honestly, when Kevin Durant and Kyrie were there, I really thought this man had a chance at winning Defensive Player of the Year. He was in those conversations until they left and the team started stinking. But Claxton is a great defender. He's a great rim protector. He's really good as a roll man, catching lobs. He needs a good point guard to kind of really help him out. But we'll see with a full season of Dinwiddie, who really upped his assists once he got to Brooklyn. I like Claxton a lot. He's young, but he's already one of the better defensive centers in the league. I believe it's his third season. It might be his fourth, but he's young into his career. And I think his impact next season is going to be huge. He gets a lot of rebounds. He shoots like 70% from the floor, and he blocks a ton of shots. So that's what you're looking for with a kind of more of a classic big man. And I think with everything he does, he was kind of a fringe all-star guy last year with how good the Nets were playing at the time. And we'll see if he can kind of build on that next season.
I remember I remember one of the videos you did
Yeah,
a while ago. Nick Claxton should be an
I did.
all-star.
I was behind him. I'm like, let me get on the train. Nic Claxton is an all-star this season. Let me put that out there.
I think that
But
video did pretty decent
Yeah, I
too,
think it
didn't it?
did. The
Didn't
coaches didn't agree, but I agree that Nic Claxton should have been an All Star last season.
it? They were just hating on the Nick Claxton hype train.
Yeah,
They don't appreciate verticality
yeah. They
anymore.
don't
They don't
understand my man Clax.
I I think Nick Claxton is a really solid player and doesn't get enough love.
Yep.
His defense is, so watching him block basketballs is really,
Oh yeah.
really exciting. And, it takes him up to an all-star level.
hmm
And, he's pretty good under the basket. Um, I don't know how well he is to stretch out the floor,
Not great.
but, that's what I was gonna say, like, I wasn't gonna hate on my boy, I wasn't
That
gonna
that's
hate
not
on
what
him,
you
but
need from the centers. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
we don't need
if you're
those
talking about
traditional.
Clax, I think he's just Clint Capella like plus. I think he's a better version of Clint Capella. Isn't quite the rebounder, but is a better defender and he shoots better. So it's that kind of type of mold where he's a strictly kind of pick and roll center. He's gonna catch lobs. He's gonna get some rebounds and some putback dunks type of thing. But I just love what he does.
Yeah, he's really good under the basket, like I mentioned, and I think he's going to keep on growing. We'll see what he
hmm
does this upcoming year, because you never know what'll happen in Brooklyn because anything can happen with that franchise.
Yeah, go ahead and take us to the second big man on this list.
The second big man that I want to talk about up in Detroit, we saw him succeed in the summer league. James Wiseman.
Yes, sir.
Golden State let him walk, and James Wiseman has found a home in Detroit because he is going to step it up and become the player he was supposed to play.
hmm
Drafted in the lottery by Golden State, many anticipated him to help Golden State to win a couple championships.
Yep.
It didn't pan out. He didn't really get a shot. They were really, really quick to judge him.
Yeah, Steve Kerr
And
hated him.
yeah, Steve Kerr was not a fan.
No.
But you know what? We aren't fans of Steve Kerr around here.
That's right. He named his
But
son
James,
Nick, by the way.
yeah,
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that too
Nick,
much. We'll
yeah,
get canceled, but
yeah. We aren't gonna say much about that. But, anyways, um, James Wiseman, yes,
hmm
really solid under the basket, and watching him in the summer league, he just looked really aggressive,
Yep.
and that's what you want. And I think with him and Isaiah Stewart there, and Duran, I think things are gonna look up for them, and Detroit has added a really good piece.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because he kind of stole the spot the year prior that Marvin Bagley had been, where they brought in Bagley as also the second overall pick, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Yo, Bagley is saving his career with Detroit. Bagley's so good." Then they kind of gave Bagley a decent contract, and they're like, "We believe in this guy." And then the next season they trade for a former number 2 overall pick in James Wiseman, who just kind of outplayed him in every way. He just passes the eye test. A lot of the advanced analytics hate Wiseman. They think he's awful. But when I watch him play, I just think he's good. I just like what he does. He's a solid rebounder. He's like 7'1", and he has some decent handles. That was kind of the big thing about him coming in, is people thought on the really high end, maybe he's like a Giannis type guy, as a kind of really big dude who can run coast to coast. I think the thought of that ever happening is probably out the window, but I think he can totally be a really good starter in the league, whether that's at the power forward or the center, because they kind of run this twin tower thing with him and Duran as their two guys there. But Wiseman to me is just a guy who can give you like 15 points a night and 10 rebounds, and is a solid contributor. That's what you want. That's good for your team. A team that already has Cade and Ivy, and I really like Asar as well. So if you just have Wiseman be a solid rebounder, block some shots, and score from here and there, I really like what he can do for their team.
yeah, really strong. Like,
Yep.
he's just physically strong, and I think that's really helpful for his game down low.
hmm Okay, I'll take us to a different center down in Charlotte. I really like Mark Williams. I think he's a great center. He has a huge wingspan. I think it came in at like 7'7" last year or something like that. Very large wingspan. He stands at about 7'1", 7'2", right on the edge there. And when he finally started to get some more play time towards the end of the season for Charlotte, all of a sudden they were a top 10 defense in the league because Mark Williams is that impactful on the defensive end of the floor. He's kind of the same mold as Nic Claxton, so maybe I just like a certain type of player because he's not going to shoot
You
the
have a
ball.
type.
Yeah, he's not going to space the floor, but I don't think he needs to. And at 7'2" with a wingspan like that is the perfect pick and roll partner for someone like LaMelo Ball, because he will get you the ball up in the air every single time. And you got high flyers like Bridges coming back. You got Miller out there. It's going to be a show in Charlotte this season. 27 days, 27 nights out in Charlotte, and it's going to be a fun time. I love Mark Williams. I think he's a very efficient offensive player. Again, like a 70% guy, and is just really good at blocking shots.
I had to regroup from that quote that you just dropped on me.
Yeah, the
You know,
bar.
that was good. Um, yeah, I really like. Mark Williams is so lengthy,
hmm
which I really think that's gonna really bode well with LaMelo in the pick and roll.
Yep.
Hopefully, that Charlotte team can stay healthy, because when they're healthy, that's a really exciting team to watch.
hmm
And LaMelo staying healthy, Gordon Hayward staying healthy, and hopefully, Mark Williams is a contributor
Yeah.
this upcoming year. And like I said, I think that Charlotte is a team to look out for. And when Mark Williams is playing good defense, I think they can win games.
Yeah. Do you have any other center you want to talk about? I know our center list is kind of short, but
I, you know, I, a lot of people, you know, have been hating on
mm,
the idea of who we want to talk about.
mm,
And this is your channel, and I want to know if I have permission to bring up this player to talk about.
you have permission to do whatever you want, man.
I have permission then to bring up the dream from the Philippines,
Yeah.
Kai Sotto, one of the greatest NBA basketball players you will see on your TV screen. Kai Sotto We love our fans from the Philippines. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
And we can't say enough about Kai Sotto, the 7-3 dream. He can hezzy his way into a fadeaway, or he'll go down low, take you slow, and throw it down on your head. Kai Sotto, any GM's favorite player, your mom's favorite player, Kai Sotto, coming to a basketball court near you.
Yeah, with his tens of millions of fans, he has a massive following in the Philippines. Kai Sotto is loved. He's one of the most loved basketball players in the world. Weirdly enough, but I think he has upside at 7'3" with a decent wingspan. His wingspan isn't that much bigger than his height, but at 7'3", I think it's hard to miss when you have the kind of skill set he does. When you look at his per 36 from the summer league, 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 blocks per 36. He's a block machine. He gets stuffs with ease. So I really like what he's done on the defensive end of the floor. There's clearly some work to be had with the foot speed and kind of the effort it looks like at times. But I think the upside is there. He's done a lot of interesting things. He's a really unique player. And I mean, there's just not a lot of people at his size that I feel like can do what he does. So in that way, I think he's an NBA ready player. But we'll see if he ends up getting play next season. But let's shift it to something else where I'll let you take the headway here. And let's talk about Christian Wood, the mystery of the offseason. Where is the Wood going to sign? Where is Christian Wood going? And you can take it away.
Where's Christian Wood right now? What is Christian Wood?
Cabo?
Who is
I don't know.
Christian Wood? Is Christian Wood?
Mm,
Why, those are the type of questions that we have about, the beloved Christian Wood.
yeah,
You know, we saw him in Dallas. We saw him in Houston.
that's right.
Many were not familiar with his game, including the great Shaquille O'Neal. They were not familiar with his game.
Yeah.
You know, Christian Wood, you know, undrafted, and his girlfriend dumped him after he didn't get drafted. He put her on the plane, never saw her again, and here we are. And maybe his girl was right because we do not know where Christian Wood is right now. Who is Christian Wood going to sign with? You know, will he end up in a contender? Or will Christian Wood go somewhere where you'll never hear him again? Will he join Kemba in Monaco? These are the type of questions we have about Christian Wood. If there's one team that you want to see Christian Wood sign with, who is it?
I don't know. The Miami Heat, maybe. I like the fit with the Heat. I think the Heat and the Lakers are two teams that are kind of interesting as the Lakers look for another big man to pair with Anthony Davis. They already have a lot of defense. If you're looking for a team with Christian Wood, I think you're probably looking for a team that's pretty solid defensively because that's where his shortcoming is. If we're being honest with ourselves, Christian Wood isn't a great defender. You're looking for a team that needs some more offense but is really good defensively. Maybe the Bucks give him a look and try to run Giannis at the three. We'll see what ends up happening. But there's going to be a few teams that I think make some sense. Toronto could be good as a team who's really good defensively but struggles on the other end of the floor. I don't think Boston is a realistic place anymore after getting Porzingis, but they could have been one early on. But Christian Wood, I think we forgot to ask, what is Christian Wood? And Christian Wood is a very high-level offensive basketball player. He kind of got benched by Jason Kidd weirdly last season, who just didn't give him enough burn. Would rather play Dwight Powell and Willie
Stanford
Cauley-Stein, JaVale
legend.
McGee. Yeah, JaVale McGee was there over him. And I just don't understand because he's a good player. His last two seasons where he was getting real burn, he averaged 21 and 10 in Houston and then 18 and 10 the year after. He rebounds, he scores a lot. He was averaging over a block per game. So while he's not the best, all-around defender, he can still protect the rim a little bit. Is going to get lost on the perimeter if he gets switched out there. But it's just really good offensively. But at this point of free agency, you're probably not signing him to be like an 18-point per game guy. You're probably looking for Christian Wood to be like 15 and 8 maybe, whether that's off the bench or as kind of a lesser option starter. But we'll see because I've heard he's only been offered the minimum, which sounds like a slap in the face to Christian Wood. Do you have a team you want to see him on?
My first team that I want to see him on is, you know, Bayern Munich, teaming up with Carson Edwards over in Germany. Um,
Yeah,
that's if he takes the overseas route.
elite pick and roll playing in the Bundesliga over there.
Yes, but if he's in the NBA, I wouldn't mind him seeing playing in Portland.
Mm.
Damian Lillard's stuck in Portland right now. They're gonna hold him there.
You keep
They're holding
talking
him
about
hostage
Portland
in
as if
Portland.
Dame is going to be
He
there.
is hold. Damian Lillard is being held hostage in Portland, and they are going to use Christian Wood as the bait to keep him there. They're going to say, "You have Jeremy Grant and Christian Wood. Who else do you need?" And Damian Lillard and Christian Wood might team up to win to win a couple playoff games up in Portland.
Yeah, you start him as your new 5 instead of Nurkic, and all
Yes,
of a sudden
exactly.
you're running out Dame and Simons and Sharp, and I guess Scoot is off the bench because they have no other option, and Jeremy Grant at the 4 and Christian Wood at the 5, and that team misses the play-in, and Dame is still unhappy. So I don't really know what's going on up there in Portland. I don't think that's
That's a
probably
one
the
seed to
signing
me.
place for Christian Wood, uh, but. I don't know. I don't know where he's going to end up going. I don't really have any other free agents that I have the same question about as Christian Wood. He kind of feels like he's the last man standing when it comes to the
Oh,
offseason
that's
in
not
terms of
true.
guys.
That's not true. Wait, time out. We have to do a
Yeah,
quick
who's your other
Google
guy? We
search,
can talk
everybody.
about someone.
Yeah, I don't think this is a player that you hear often.
Yeah,
But where is Dylan Windler?
yeah, we're off the
Where is
rails
Dylan
now.
Windler?
Dylan
Where is
Windler,
he?
elite shooter.
He's not signed. Someone give me an update on Dylan Windler in the comments section because I want to know where my boy is because he's currently still a free agent. Let's type in.
Oh, Kelly Oubre. I forgot Kelly Oubre. 20
Oh,
point per game
Kelly!
scorer last year. It does not have a team.
There's quite a few.
Yeah,
We need
Will
updates.
Barton,
Where?
Kendrick Nunn, Romeo Langford.
Romeo Langford's a bucket.
Terrence
are these
Davis. I did forget PJ Washington. I don't know what's up with PJ, but
Oh,
and TJ Warren is still unsigned too. That's also weird.
is DJ Augustine signed anywhere?
Not that I know of. I don't remember seeing anything about it. Oh, and the Lakers didn't bring Tristan Thompson back.
That's Willie Cauley-Stein. Where is he?
Scottie
Willie
Pippen Jr.
Cauley-Stein. There are some names. Gorgie Dang? Is Gorgie Dang on a team? We
No, I
need
don't
to
think he
know.
is. Former G
These are the
League
questions.
MVP Louis King. I don't know if he's signed right now.
You need to get answers, folks.
Where is Mac McClung signing?
I saw Mac McClung in an NBA highlight reel the other day, and I said, I miss him with the Lakers.
Yeah, need him
I
back.
miss him. We need him back.
Yeah, well, we don't know where any of these free agents are going, and we don't have time to make all those predictions. So we're going to wrap that up. We're going to wrap this episode up. Ethan, do you have anything to shout out?
Shout out to our upcoming video. We're going to have a 10-hour long free agency prediction video.
Predicting
on
every remaining free agent.
We're predicting every single free agent and where they might sign. Where is Gorgie Dang going to sign?
Yes. Is Stephon Marbury coming out of free agency and retirement to be back from the Chinese Basketball Association? We don't know.
We may never know.
But we'll answer those questions in a very long, never-ending episode.
990,000 away from 1 million.
We're almost at 1 million. Think about subscribing because we're right there. It's right around the corner. Thank you for watching. That's going to be it for us today. Have a good rest of your day.
For the Tesla giveaway.
Join the Tesla giveaway. Mr. Beast in the comments. Thanks for watching. That's it for us. Peace.
Yeah.